The Orion's whisper drifted farther into the cosmos, its engines humming softly against the vast silence of space. The crew, once full of curiosity and excitement, now moved like shadows through the ship, haunted by the visions from the alien artifact. Some had lost themselves completely, trapped in madness, while others struggled to hold on to what little of their sanity remained. Captain Kaelin had become a stranger to her own thoughts, her mind fractured by the horrific future she had glimpsed. She could still feel the weight of those visions pressing against her, like a storm she could not escape. But through the chaos of the crew's unraveling, there was one thought that kept her going. The universe had given her a glimpse of the future, and she could not let it slip away. She stood before the control panel, her hands gripping the edges of the desk, staring into the endless dark. The glowing artifact sat in a containment chamber nearby, silent and cold. Its light had dimmed, but its presence still filled the ship. It was no longer an object of wonder, it had become a prison. But Kaelin could not simply turn away from it. No, the visions had shown her something important, something she had to understand. "Captain," said Lieutenant Alda, her voice a hollow echo as she stepped into the room, her eyes vacant but searching. "The ship, it's becoming unstable. The cosmic storm outside, it's not just a storm. It's something else." Kaelin turned to face her, her eyes dark from sleepless nights. "What do you mean, Lieutenant?" "The stars are shifting," Alda whispered. "The artifact, it's calling to us. We're being pulled deeper into the unknown." Kaelin's heart skipped a beat. The storm. The universe was bending, pulling them towards something powerful. A soft beep from the control panel broke the silence. A holographic image flickered to life, showing a distant star system. The coordinates were unmistakable, an uncharted world, far beyond the known territories of humanity. It was as if the artifact had chosen this moment to reveal something new, something crucial. But Kaelin knew one thing for sure: the price of knowledge was high, and the cost of this journey would be something none of them could escape. "We have to go there," Kaelin said, her voice steady despite the fear creeping into her chest. "Set a course for that system. Full speed ahead." Alda hesitated but nodded. "Aye, Captain. But if what we're seeing is true, we may not survive whatever is out there." "I'm willing to pay the price," Kaelin answered, her voice resolute. The ship turned toward the unknown. As they traveled deeper into the heart of uncharted space, the crew's fear grew. The storm outside seemed to follow them, its tendrils reaching for the ship as if the universe itself were chasing them down. The stars flickered unnervingly, bending as if they were alive, and strange lights danced across the hull of the Orion's whisper. After days of tense travel, the ship arrived in the shadow of a strange planet. It was a world unlike any Kaelin had ever seen. Half hidden by clouds, its surface glowed with an eerie green hue, and beneath its atmosphere, something ancient and powerful stirred. This was the place the artifact had led them to. The planet was not empty. There were signs of life, alien structures poked out from beneath the surface, glowing faintly as though they had been waiting for the crew to arrive. The planet, Kaelin realized, was once home to a civilization far older than the Martians. They had discovered something that the artifact had been trying to protect. But what could it be? The crew landed near the planet's largest structure, a massive pyramid-like building made of an unknown, shimmering material. It stood alone, surrounded by thick mist, the air heavy with a sense of foreboding. The moment the landing ramp descended, the crew could feel the energy of the place, alive, ancient, and powerful. As Kaelin and her crew made their way to the pyramid, strange figures appeared in the mist, tall ethereal beings that seemed to flicker in and out of existence. They were not human, but their eyes, if they had eyes, seemed to see right through Kaelin. The figures spoke in a language that was both foreign and familiar, as if their voices were woven from the very fabric of the stars. "You have come," one of the figures said, its voice like a soft breeze. "You seek knowledge, but you do not understand the cost." Kaelin stepped forward, her voice steady. "We are here to learn. What is this place? What is the artifact?" The figure's eyes, or what seemed like eyes, seemed to narrow, and it tilted its head as though considering her words. "The artifact is a gift from the stars. It shows you the future, but it takes what you hold most dear. You cannot escape its truth." The figure reached out, and the ground beneath them trembled. The pyramid's surface began to glow, revealing intricate patterns of energy that pulsed with life. "This is the heart of the artifact," the being continued. "It was created by those who came before you. Their mistake was in thinking they could control it. You are no different." A deep rumble echoed through the pyramid, and the walls began to shift, revealing a hidden chamber deep within. As Kaelin and her crew descended into the heart of the pyramid, they discovered a truth even more terrifying than they could have imagined. The artifact was not just a device. It was a part of something greater, something that had been here since the beginning of the cosmos itself. "This is the price," the figure whispered. "You have learned the future, but now it is your burden to carry. You cannot escape the path that is already written." Kaylin stood in the center of the chamber, her heart heavy with the knowledge that the future she had seen could never be changed. The storm outside had been a warning, a sign that the universe was watching, waiting. They had come too far to turn back now. The crew looked at her, their faces reflecting the same fear and realization. They had learned too much, and now the universe would demand its price. In the final moments before the pyramid began to collapse, the figures faded away, leaving only the hum of the artifact. The storm outside grew fiercer, swirling around them as the Orion's whisper struggled to escape. But Captain Kaelin knew that no matter where they went, no matter how far they traveled, the future had already been sealed. The knowledge they sought had changed them forever. As the ship blasted away from the collapsing pyramid, Kaelin stood at the helm, looking out into the vastness of space. She felt the weight of the universe pressing on her shoulders. The Orion's whisper sailed forward, but in her heart, Kaelin knew that the journey was far from over. There were more mysteries out there, more gifts to uncover. And with each step, the future would unfold, faster, closer, and more inevitable than ever before. The crew would never be the same. But their story, the story of the alien's gift, would echo through the stars for generations to come. And somewhere, deep within the heart of space, the artifact still waited, its gift of knowledge forever lingering, both a blessing and a curse.
Hey there. If you're enjoying the story so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our exciting adventures.